Hello, 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 beloved, and welcome to another episode of Life in Common podcast. I'm your host, Annette Rose, and today's episode we're calling Redemption Song as we speak with Mr. Wesley Jones from the US of A about his time incarcerated. He spent 35 years, and we will have him talk candidly about his own experiences. Mr. Jones, you are welcome today. Do you want to say hi to the people?
Hello, everybody.
All right, let's just get right into it. Um, what was it like? As a matter of fact, right now we're in this global pandemic where people have their rights a little bit more limited, right? So they're not allowed to do as much things as they used to, and people are losing their minds. In your own case, what was it like losing years of your life to incarceration?
To be a free man now after 35 years is still very emotional
Mm,
and very overwhelming,
yeah.
because to think back to 1985 when I first got locked up, if someone was to tell me that the next time you'll see your freedom will be 2021 or 2020, as a matter of fact, it would be mind-boggling, And so to do all them years, it was emotional at times and very stressful.
Of
But
course.
at the same time, it made you come one with God.
Mm,
Because in a situation like that, you know that the only way that you can make it through this situation is not on your own strength,
mm,
by the strength and the power of some high being in you.
right. So let me ask you this. You mentioned before that for 25 years, you didn't necessarily want to see the next day. What happened when you started to have hope again?
Well, I remember because for the first 25 years, I prayed not to wake up, because I was so disappointed in myself and I was ashamed of myself and I feel like I let so many people down.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about when you come into this life, your hope is to leave it a better place than you found it. And so for me to end up in jail,
Yeah.
uh, I was so devastated. So for the first 25 years, I just prayed that I wouldn't wake up the next day.
Right.
But once I woke up, I said, okay, to God, since you allowed me to wake up this day,
Yes.
then give me the strength to make it through this day. You
Got it.
know, because
Well,
there's no way that I can, huh?
no, no, go ahead. I want to hear. Go ahead.
Yeah, because there's no way that I could have made it on my own.
Hmm.
So I remember hearing this pastor preach,
Mm,
and he said that if you think that you did something that's so bad that the love of God
mm.
and the blood of Jesus Christ can't clean, then that's an insult to him
Yes.
because he came to
Yes.
wash away all sins.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
once I heard that message, because in my mind I'm saying, okay, I'm saying that God can forgive everybody but me. I'm saying that Jesus Christ's blood can wash away everybody's blood but
But
my
you.
sin.
Hmm.
And then so that gave me a little more hope to know that he came to sacrifice and die for me also.
Yes.
So it was that point I stopped praying for death.
That's awesome. Okay, I know that your faith really brought you through. What was it like day to day living that life?
Well, the thing about being in jail is you can only do one day. And I did my time whereas I did it where I found peace within that day. Because Christ said it's one of the commandments that he gave to
Yeah,
Jesus Christ said, my peace
yeah,
I leave unto you. He
yeah.
said, my peace I give you.
To you. Yeah.
So each day I was trying to live within that peace, and try to make it within that one day, just that one day, because so many people ask me, they said, Wesley, how was you able to do the 35 years? And then they would say, man, there's no way I can do it.
Yeah.
But then I always tell them, I say, I didn't do 35 years.
Mm.
I said, I did one day.
Day.
I said, I did
Wow.
one day,
Awesome.
I say now that one day turned into weeks,
Yeah.
months, and years, but nevertheless, you
Hmm.
can only do that one day.
Right.
And if you have the mindset that within this day I'm gonna have my peace,
Hmm.
within this day
Right.
I'm gonna have my peace,
Yeah.
then that gives you a little more hope to just make it through that day.
That's awesome. That's really, really encouraging. You mentioned that you journaled when you were inside, and you got rid of your journals. And then you,
Yeah.
you mentioned that you had long hair for very long. You cut your hair and you got rid
Yeah.
of your hair. What? Tell me why you got rid of those things. What was that?
Well, I had a journal and a diary. I had both of them for over 35 years.
Yes.
And thing about jail is the days stay the same,
Uh,
but your emotions and your feelings change.
yes.
So each day I would write down different emotions and different feelings.
Hmm.
Once I walked from behind those prison walls,
Yeah.
I threw the journal away and I threw the diary away
Yeah.
because that was owed to me.
Okay.
From that point on, I wanted to live this day forward. You
Wow.
know, I didn't want to look back because, like I said, those were just feelings that I had. It
Yeah.
was, so I didn't want to have those same feelings. I didn't even want to read about those same feelings
Okay.
because I wasn't that same person anymore.
You weren't
And
that.
as far as my hair, and as far as my hair, I had long dreadlocks,
I saw the picture.
and yeah, and I told everybody because because guys used to wonder, when I was gonna cut my hair, and I told him, I said, look, the day I walk out of jail is the day I cut my hair.
Got
I
you.
said, when you see my hair cut, I'm a free man. I
Right.
said, when you see
Wow.
my hair cut, I'm going home.
Wow. The Bible says, forgetting those things that are behind me, I press towards the mark. So it seems like that was a purging for you. You left those things
Oh
behind
yeah.
and now you're walking into something different. So let me ask you this. What has been the most shocking or challenging thing since you've been released?
Shocking and challenging thing.
Yeah.
I think that just being able to walk into a store. I walk into a store and I buy what I want to buy. And then think about these stores here in America is, I walk in the store, I pick up what I want to buy, I check it out, I bag it, you know what I'm saying? So
Ah,
it's like you doing all, and see,
everything.
when I left, it wasn't like this.
Oh,
When I
wow.
left in
That's
'85, it
challenging.
wasn't like this.
Yeah. Right.
So just to have the freedom, 'cause I love going for walks.
Yeah.
So just to have the freedom to knowing that I'm not going to get pat down every 5 steps,
Yeah.
or I'm not going to bump into a gate. I have to
That's real talk.
lock myself in. You know what I'm saying? So just to have the freedom just to move,
Yes.
and then to see things. To have my eyes see new things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because in jail you see the same thing every day.
Over and over,
So
right?
to have the freedom to allow my eyes to see different things,
Mm.
that's so much of a privilege.
Yeah.
And then the price of things, because when I left, like I said, the price of things, I got to get accustomed to that
I gotta get
because,
accustomed to it. Everything's so expensive.
oh man, I used to buy penny candy. I used to love buying penny candy.
Yeah,
I could have a quarter and buy 25 pieces of penny candy.
yeah,
I had a quarter. I got a quarter now. I can't buy nothing.
no, sir.
So to get
No.
so to get used to prices
Yes,
again,
yes,
So that's been kind of shocking.
yeah. I hear you, but like you said, it's one day at a time, right? It's one day
Yes,
at a time.
yes,
Um,
yeah.
so what would be your advice to somebody going through a hard and difficult time right now?
Mm. And that's one of the reasons why I uh, share my experience on Facebook
Yeah.
because from my point of view, uh, as a society, I feel like we have lost the kindness to one another,
Yeah, go ahead.
and
Touch on it.
and it's and when I left at '85, you know, I love politics. I love politics. I was a page for the our state representative, and now it seems like people are, instead of trying to bring the country together,
Mm.
to drive people together, people are doing everything they can to separate us and keep us
Separate.
apart.
Yes. Yes.
And to keep us
Yes.
apart and
Yes.
to keep us bickering and hating each other. And
Yes.
which is sad,
Yeah.
because in my being in jail and coming out,
Hmm.
I look at things as, man, it's a blessing to be free. It's a blessing to be alive.
Yeah.
So why waste one moment of
Mm.
hate?
Mm.
Why waste one moment of just being evil and mean to each other? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
And so my advice, because people go through things, that's the thing about it. This, as long as you live, you'll go through
You're gonna
things.
go through
But
something.
the thing about it, how can you handle the things that you go through? You
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
and you can handle it in a mindset is, I'm not gonna let this break me. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
if I can make it through the day, and the thing about it is sometimes you have to have small accomplishment within yourself.
Okay.
You know,
So name
with
me
small.
a few accomplishments that you have got. Tell me.
Well, that's one thing. Well, and that's the thing about, like, right now, since being out,
Yeah.
uh, I got my license.
Yes.
Man, that was so,
I
and
read
I
that.
get it, and it was so big because it took me 3 times.
Yeah.
It took me 3 times, and I studied. I
Yes.
read the book from top. I studied, but it took me 3 times. And
Yeah.
then when I finally got it, it took me 10 hours,
Yeah.
and I was so happy, with because for some people might take for granted,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, man, I did it,
You did it.
and then another thing, I got a job. I work at
Amen.
I work at this job. It's a yacht club.
Yeah.
It's in Heath. It's a sport, a boating and
Yeah.
yacht club, and to
Those are
go to work every day. Uh,
no. Go ahead. I want to hear. Go ahead.
so to go to work every day,
Hmm.
just to get up in the morning, to get dressed, and to go to work. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
go to
These
work
are
knowing that
small.
now,
Mhm.
huh?
These are things that a lot of us take for granted, right? But you're saying to celebrate even the smallest accomplishments
Oh
is
man, you
good.
just don't realize.
Yeah.
When I go on Facebook, like I
Mm.
said, I don't really know about social media. I go on there and I see something and I make a comment.
Yeah.
I make a comment. I might tell somebody they have a beautiful smile,
Yeah.
a nice outfit,
Yeah.
and if I see somebody trying to lose weight, I know weight is sometimes a big struggle for a
Yeah.
lot. But I tell them,
You gave me a good tip about that you used to eat once a day. And I was like,
yeah,
I can never do that. And you said you would
yes, you
be
can.
surprised what the body
Yeah,
can. I
yeah,
listen to you. I do.
yeah. But see, that's the thing about weight, which I try to, because I used to train. I used to help train,
Yeah.
and the thing about weight is it didn't come overnight. The
Yeah.
weight didn't come on a person overnight, so it's not going to leave overnight.
Yeah.
So if you just take your time and don't get discouraged, because you might lose 3 pounds, and then next week something happen where you gain 5, you know, but that's okay. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Just take it a day at a time
Yeah.
and set your own personal goals.
Yeah.
Because just think about it. If say you lose 5 pounds a month, think about it,
Right.
5 pounds a month. That's 30 days, and you lose 5 pounds a month. So at the end of the year, you done lost 60 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Just have small goals that
Yeah.
within your own self that you achieve. Nobody don't have to know about it. And your own self set small personal goals within yourself. You know?
Yeah, listen, you're like a wealth of knowledge. I can kind of pick your brain for a long time. Um, Let me ask you this: what's next for you from here? What's next moving forward?
Well, uh, as I spoke about how I did my time in jail,
Yeah.
taking it one day at a time,
Hmm.
uh, walking out now and enjoying every day. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing just
Amazing.
enjoying every day. Um, I have no personal things that I would like to say, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, because just like how this came about between me and you
Yes.
know, I
Yes.
was hesitant at first. I was hesitant at first because I have been getting different offers
Yeah.
to do different shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But I said, okay, if I can come on and if I can't do nothing else,
Yeah.
just tell somebody about the goodness of God
And you've
and
done that.
how no matter what you're going through in life, no matter it might be a divorce, it might be financial, it might be even your health, you know,
Hmm.
pick yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Pick yourself up. And the thing about it, I did 35 years in jail,
Yeah.
and I stand here today that with hope
Mm.
and faith, there's nothing that you can't overcome.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And it's not, and believe me, it's not, it won't be easy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes there are really some really challenging things that might happen in your life, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But if you have faith, because the Bible said that
Yes.
God won't put nothing on you that
More.
He don't think you can handle.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
But
powerful.
so if he that and that's the thing about it, if you're going through something, he know what he put in you to make you to enable you to go to overcome it. You know what I'm saying? He know what he put in you
Yeah.
that you can overcome this. It won't break you, you know. It won't break you. He know that I made her or
Yeah.
I made him.
Wow.
And I put something in him, man, that he gonna overcome this. And
Wow.
there ain't nothing like looking back. But that's the thing about the 35 years. I stand here today and that's behind me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't break me. It didn't make me bitter.
Wow.
It didn't make me cold. You know, it made me enjoy life in the moment because I came through and I overcame, but not on my own strength and power.
Yeah.
It wasn't on my own. Because believe me, I know myself.
Yeah.
Ain't nowhere in the world I could have did this on. There's nowhere in the
But
world
God.
I could have
But
did this
God.
on my. Okay, I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
know. So when you know that, okay, I'm dependent on you.
Yeah.
God said, call on me for all things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He said, call on me for all
All
things.
things.
Because He's a jealous God.
Yeah.
So
Go
He's a
ahead.
jealous God, and that's
Oh,
why
it's
I
true.
love that I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
That's why I'm loved that I'm not perfect. Because if human beings can consider themselves perfect, then they won't need God. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
that's true.
So that's why I'm glad I'm not perfect and I have my faults and I have my shortcomings because I know that because of His grace and mercy, I still stand here today. And anything that I can't overcome, He can give me the strength to endure.
He can. And he will. And he has done it because you are living proof of the goodness and the graciousness of God. Do you have any parting words?
I think, I guess my only parting words would be, as as human beings, if we just try to live day to day,
Yeah. Yeah.
raise a family, you
Yeah.
know, have a career,
Mm-hmm.
be in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
just enjoy your moments,
Wow.
enjoy your moments, celebrate small achievement. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You'll be amazed how much joy it feel, how much joy to bring to you if you celebrate your small achievement. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? In
Yeah.
jail, I used to always tell guys to celebrate their birthday because you have a lot of guys, they will say, I don't celebrate birthdays. And
Mm.
I used to tell them, man, are you crazy? Don't you know how blessed you is to make it to
Yeah.
365 days? 365 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you know how many people don't make it through that many days? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're
So
right.
to make it through another 365 days, you cherish that and you celebrate that.
You celebrate
So
that.
my only part of words is just find small achievement within your own self,
Yeah.
your own small achievement, and celebrate it, and celebrate your life.
Yes.
Because once you think about it, this is the shortest span that you can ever spend. Because once you're dead, that's eternity. So you're gonna spend eternity. So while you're alive, enjoy.
While you alive,
Enjoy.
enjoy it. Yeah, what my takeaway from you is live every day one day at a time and
Just
celebrate even the smallest achievements, right? And really value life. And
mm,
honestly, I know that somebody would hear that and see where you're coming from and think about themselves and be completely blessed by what you've done today. So I do want to thank you, Mr. Jones, for taking the time to speak to me. As you know, the podcast is new, so you didn't have to. You really didn't have to say yes, but you did. And I appreciate you here today. And I know it will touch somebody. So God bless. I wish you the best in your next journeys. I told you, for me, I see you, writing books and doing interviews. And I was just like, I'm happy I got in the beginning, because I think there's big things in store for you. A lot of people need to hear what you have to share, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, everybody, this has been Life in Common podcast, Redemption Song with Wesley Jones. Join us next week, and please like and share the videos. We will leave the link in the box below. Click on the link tree. Listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. See you next week for Life in Common podcast. I've been your host, Annette Rose.